Keep a man's belly full and his balls empty, and he'll lose all ambition towards life. So many young men are walking around nowadays not even using the strongest weapon in their arsenal. In 2024, especially if you live in America or a first world country, it's so easy to engage and indulge with things like bad eating, overeating, eating junk food, not going to the gym, not exercising. So you get to the point where like your body isn't physically fit, your body isn't physically healthy. And then with the sexual agenda being pushed right now, so many young men indulge in things like prawn, just like beating off and stuff, and not being able to utilize their God-given ability. It's definitely a shame, and I'm gonna break it down for you in today's video. The human trait to constantly seek comfort and stability is the silver bullet that kills men. The many times in my life where I've walked away from comfort and security have many times been the moments where I grown the most, where I accomplished more, and I grew through those hard times. Sorry guys, I had to move inside. My camera kept overheating outside. It's hot in LA right now. It's been a really hot summer, but basically what I was saying is, in 2024, there's such comfortability that we as humans and as young men have nowadays, to the point where we're just totally not utilizing a lot of our God-given skills and talents that we naturally have. So for example, when your belly is empty, when you go through fasting, we have tons and tons of genetic history, genetic makeup that made it where our ancestors way back in the day, who were hunters, gatherers, when their bellies were empty, they couldn't afford to be sluggish or be lazy or be lame. Like when their bellies were empty, that's when they were the most laser focused in of, I have to go outside and I have to hunt some prey today. I need to be laser sharp in my thinking. All my senses have to be alert. I have to be a grinder. I gotta be a savage to be able to go out there and get what I need to get to survive. So many men nowadays, we don't do that anymore because we're in such comfortability. We have so much pleasure. So many people have never gone hungry a day in their lives. And I'm not trying to say like, oh, well, you should have been starving all your life, because it's a great thing that, you know, like hopefully you're taken care of and your parents took care of you. But don't overdo it. Don't be a slob, and realize the divinity of something like fasting. Now, if you don't do it for religious or for, you know, like spiritual reasons, because there are so many spiritual benefits of fasting, as far as like just having a reset in your body, getting like almost like demonic like spirits and things out of your system, just really like detoxing and clearing your, you know, your physical body, but also your soul. If you don't do it for that reason, well, for intermittent fasting, it's something that almost all of the greats do. People like Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos, probably your favorite influencer, creator. So many people intermittently fast where they'll only have like one meal a day, or they'll skip like the first meal or the first 2 meals of the day, and have that period in the morning time when you're not bogged down by carbs. You don't have like a carb heavy breakfast to where you're sluggish and, you know, you can't think. You know that feeling after you have like a really good meal? What do you want to do? All you want to do is go and sleep. So it's just not conducive to, you know, grinding and getting ahead, especially during the daytime. You shouldn't always keep your stomach full, contrary to popular belief. Now, let's talk about keeping your balls full. That is so crucial. So many young men are walking around watching prawn. Like, some guys probably beat it multiple times a day. Like, guys, I understand what it's like, but you have to retain. Literally, what do you tell your body when you're fooling yourself into thinking you're reproducing? Every time you jack off, your body doesn't know that you're just doing it to freaking a TV screen or to your laptop screen or your phone screen. It thinks that you're actually going out there and being successful in the dating and reproductive market. So every time that you do it, every time you do the deed, you're telling yourself, you're telling your endocrine system, you're telling that hungry part of you that goes out and, you know, gets to it, that goes out there and talks to women and is confident and is charismatic and all these things, you're telling yourself that you can relax because, oh, well, this guy is reproducing all the time. You're telling your body basically that you're reproducing all the time, so you're probably like a king or something. That's what your body thinks, but that's not the case. Now, what happens, just like how we were saying, when your belly's full, you want to go to sleep. What happens after you do the deed and, you know, you jack off and you do, you know, what you're not supposed to do, what's not natural to your body? Same thing. You want to just relax. You want to sleep. It's like, oh, well, okay, well, now I'm not stressed anymore. But you have to understand, you have that for a reason. Like that feeling of almost uncomfortability. Guys, I'm a man too. I get it. Down there, so much pressure builds up when you don't do it in a while, but that's for a reason. That's to tell you to get off your ass and go out there, do certain things that would make it where you would get women. A lot of times men aren't getting women because what? You're still at your mom's crib, living in a basement, you don't have a car, you don't have a job, you don't have money. Like, to go out there and actually find somebody to reproduce with, you have to be a man of some stature. You have to be a man of some status. You have to have fitness. You have to be jacked. You have to have a good body. You have to have some type of social standing. You have to be in your community, going to church, going to the gym, being social. Like, you don't get a woman just by being in your room all day scrolling on TikTok. Does that make sense? So literally, if your stomach is always full and your balls are always empty, you're telling yourself that you're freaking King Solomon, you're freaking Caesar or something. Like, you're top of the freaking Roman Empire, but that's not actually the case. You need to take back that savagery, that savage instinct that you come from being a man. And that means that you might have to go through lack sometimes, okay? You might have to have a period where you don't have any women and you're not going out with your friends or doing all these things that are pleasure-inducing experiences, but they're keeping you further away from your ultimate goal, which is ultimately, hopefully, to be a successful, like, functioning well-being. If you're the guy that, you know, has no girlfriend, you're relapsing into bad habits, you've been at the same dead-end job for 5 years, I'm telling you, make sure your stomach is on empty and that your balls are on full, and you will go into states where you have to change. Like, things will just align. It's hard to describe if you haven't actually done it yourself, but when you do the work, it's almost like these things naturally align without you having to do that much, because naturally you'll be like, well, dang, well, I'm not able to, handle it down there, and I'm feeling really uncomfortable. There's a lot of buildup down there. Now, if you were to take the easy way off, okay, you would just, do the deed and then boom, you're chilling, whatever. But no, a man that wants to actually get somewhere in life can be like, you know what, I'm gonna actually go out and make sure I have a job so that the next time that a young lady comes into my orbit and I do the things that I need to do, I'm, working out, I attract her, I at least have enough money to go and take her out on a date. Or I'll make sure that I have a car so I can at least like pick her up and go out there. And it's like one thing leads to another. It's a domino effect. Like, your life will sort itself out, but start with the very basics, You can't expect all these blessings and all these good things to come to your life when you aren't actually making the change. So just a little tidbit for you guys today. Comment down below if you do agree with what I'm saying today. Shout out Masculine Theory. Appreciate you for the video. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Hit the subscribe button and turn on post notifications, because I post videos like this every single day. And if this video resonated with you, check out this video over here. I love you guys, and I'll speak with you very soon. I'll see you tomorrow.